Okay, so this is a day. Excuse me. This is a day two summary, and so let's see. Trying to figure out. Yeah, well, I'm in day three right now. That's right, and I already had the sleep phase with no sleep in the supplemental. So I had mentioned that in the supplemental. Okay, and there was some boogeyman action, due to that lack of sleep in that first phase. And I had to basically conquer the boogeyman. Had to go outside, and walk, wash my face many times, basically, adjust my posture, just to make sure that the, boogeyman didn't take over. Um, and so I'm feeling great. Okay, there were no oversleeps the entire day, apart from that first phase where I tried to go to sleep but didn't quite make it. Um, Apart from that, there's no negative events. Everything went perfect. Okay, and so uh, yep, this is day three now, and I feel great. I'm definitely in day three. Looking forward to almost done with the first phase of day three now, and man, I should get some water. Man, I don't want to get water right now. Mm, okay. There was one other thing I wanted to talk about, which is I thought it was a really interesting topic. I know that somebody knows what the answer to this. Okay, but like when you ask the question, what's the cause of sleep deprivation? Okay, the answer that everybody will give is, of course, lack of sleep. Okay, but that's way too much of a general answer. Okay, there's more to it than that, because the lack of sleep is causing a deficiency of what? Okay, and I haven't done the study, the in-depth scientific study to figure out what those things or thing is that causes the sleep deprivation. Okay, yeah, everybody knows it's a lack of sleep, but what else? There's chemicals. There's a chemical. There's something. Um, and it's not entirely REM sleep from my experience. Okay, it's subjective on my part because I've had REM and woke up from REM with the boogeyman. So it's not entirely REM. There's something else that's doing it. Um, and then what I thought was like a really interesting point was the fact that the adaptation forces the mind to put enough of all of the things that are required to stave off sleep deprivation into our naps, into our little naps for the Uberman. Okay, and the, so that the presence of the criteria for sleep deprivation to manifest itself are, does not exist, do not exist. Okay, so and so true adaptation is when the mind actually, I mean, yeah, the mind on every phase puts in enough of the chemicals or whatever it is to stave off that, um, to stave off the sleep deprivation, and that is true adaptation, because then you're getting everything that you need from your phases. And the point is, okay, because maybe this is it. The point is, it's not one phase. It's not a single uh, 20, or in my case 30-minute nap. It'll never be that, because the mind is using all of the sleep phases from the entire 24-hour period. Okay, and to paint the picture. Okay, because that's what what's the guy's name, Stampy, that everybody quotes. His study showed that that's what happens. The mind makes up for all of the sleep stages within the full picture of every one of your naps. And that's why every nap is so important, that you can't not fully skip a single nap and continue on the program. That's why, because the entire picture is made up of every bit of sleep that you are actually getting. Um, and this is probably why I guess Uberman is going to be is the hardest one, because you're right up against it. You're right up against it. Everything relies upon all of your naps. Okay, so um, it's very interesting point. It's a very interesting point. So now I guess the question is it 24 hours that does it, or do you need 48 hours, or do you need 72 hours? You know, at what point does the mind get enough of, or the body or whatever, that get enough of everything that it needs from all of those sleep phases to obviate the need for sleep deprivation, overcome sleep deprivation. Is it a 24? Can you do it in 24 hours? Can you do it in 48 hours? Can you do it in 72 hours? That's very interesting question. And that's what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to make sure I brought that up because it was so interesting. I wanted to make sure I mentioned it. So I'm feeling great. Okay, don't get me wrong. There's been boogeyman activity. Okay, and hardcore boogeyman activity. Had to actually go outside and walk. And if you have to go outside and walk, that is a direct indicator that you've got serious boogeyman activity. I mean, at least for me it is. So um, I'm feeling great. Looking forward to continuing on here. Um, and I will definitely be updating you. So, looking forward to speaking to you again soon. Bye bye.